Hello friends, I'm Artyom, and in this day we will have an excursion in the city of Kazan, in the downtown. So I think you know Kazan first of all for Tatars and maybe for Turkish accents in Russian culture. So Kazan have a lot of exciting destinations and I think we will try today together. So let's go check it, we will have a big trip today. The first place where we start in our trip today is Tatar Sloboda. Sloboda, it's like a special quarter where living only this nation which honor to named this quarter. Sloboda, very similar word with word of svoboda in Russian, which translates like liberty in English. So for easy to figure out for you, I think it's like a Chinatown, maybe in New York or maybe in something in our cities. Actually now here is no almost living Tatars in these tiny houses. Here is located only tourist attractions, maybe something hotels, maybe restaurants, and almost no one living here. For if you wanted to try very Tatar atmosphere in Tatarstan, you should go in province, in deepest derevnyas, or like it will be in Tatar language, aul, avulha, maybe like this. But why Tatars were settling independently from Russians? So I think it was an attempt to save our own culture, our own traditions, because of since the time when Tatars stay living under the Russian authority, since the end of the 16th century, here was staying live a lot of Russians, and by the way, Russians go here for making enterprises. For example, nearly with this Tatar Sloboda located, the oldest industrial complex of Kazan were located such plants. For example, Petzold's brewery, but unfortunately it's now no longer in operation. One in our old enterprise is Krestovnikov's soap manufacture. That's very old one production. It was opened by Russian merchants from Moscow, by the way. So Russians go here for making business, for trading, and I think it's make a great deal for development of Kazan in the future. Walking in Tatar Sloboda give a special pleasure. So you see the streets were located only very old houses. So look at this. Absolutely nice house, I think. And from the other side is gonna located on another interesting building. Look at this. So generally it's looking beautiful, but from my perspective it will be more beautiful when you see such houses in maybe village, in real derevnya. So I hope once to show you the real beauty of Tatar villages. So after Kazan industry has developed, this place turned into a premium class place for living, mostly of Tatars. So first of all, this Sloboda is Tatar. So I think it's a good attempt for Kazan to save the vibe of Tatar village here, but I think it's so actually it's not like this in maybe in village which is located in deepest province of Tatarstan, but so I think it's very good here. try it if you want to be once in Kazan. So actually one another interesting destination of Tatar Sloboda is Cathedral Mosque. Cathedral Mosque of Shigabuddin Marjani. Shigabuddin Marjani, it's like a Tatar mentor maybe. He was imam of this mosque. So very great person for Tatars, I think. The interesting fact about the Cathedral Mosque that it's the oldest mosque in Kazan, but it's not the oldest mosque in Tatarstan. So the oldest mosque is located in the north part of Tatarstan, in the homeland of Shigabuddin Marjani, by the way. So I think it's very interesting place to visit, and if you want another video from these places, so type some comments below. It's give me a message what you are really interested in such videos. Kaban was a natural border between the districts. On this side was living Tatars, on the other side was living Russians mostly. Kaban from Russian it's like a boar, and eventually here was living boar before people settled here. Now Kaban Lake is a very essential place for summer pleasure, especially it was transformed in 2018 before the Football Champions Cup again. Local embankment was transformed and now it's looking very, very good. In the last video I a little bit deceived you. I told you about all nations in Kazan settling with themselves together, but from the other side it's looking like a true, but nearly with Tatar Sloboda located a quarter where living a lot of Muslims, mostly from the Middle Asia, from the countries like Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan and another. They are going to Russia for working, and in such quarter located a lot of mosques, and that's why I think this quarter looking cozy for them. The square in Tatar language will be like Maidan, and it's very similar with Ukrainian language, whereas Maidan is the square too. And I think it's easy to figure out this phenomena because both nations were living in such place like East European plain, very closer to each other, Belarusian, Russian, Ukrainian, Tatars. And it's easy when some words were borrowed from one language to another language. And now we came to a Tukai Square, the place where Tatarstan Street crossing the main Kazan pedestrian street of Baumana. Bauman was a Soviet revolutionist, and Tukai, very great person for Tatars. His greatness similar with Pushkin's for Russian, and he was a poet too. Bauman Street always full of energy. Here is a lot of singers, here is a lot of artists. In general, here is a lot of outstanding, interesting persons. It might be found every time you will go here. And also you can go here for just visiting of restaurant. Let's check the Tatar national fast food restaurant of Tukai. Let's try it. Tukai, it's like Tatar analog of McDonald's. So I take a set and let's try it. Let's see. This is HPuchmak free. So it's a small pie, HPuchmak with some fill. For example, maybe it's like potato or maybe some beef or some other soup, Tatar soup with a small pasta, very tiny pasta. Traditionally it's going with chicken and some of vegetables, green vegetables, pasta and chicken only. Tatar tea, very tasteful tea one with oregano and chapter. Very tasteful tea. Try it once. And the most interesting dish here is kistibi. Kistibi is it's like a pita with fillness. Traditionally it's going with potato and butter only. Absolutely tasteful one dish. Take a view on this pita with some vegetables and some pieces of horse's meat. So absolutely tasteful. Try it once. Kazan famous among Russians like a city full of energy, and this energy getting from the young people first of all. But how getting here young people? They're going here just only for getting an education. And one of the most popular student who was studied in Kazan, it was Vladimir Ilyich Lenin or Volodya Ulyanov. He was born in Simbirsk, the city approximately 200 kilometers from Kazan away. It's current Ulyanovsk, which was named after for Volodya Ulyanov. Local students mainly succeeded at the chemistry. Here is a lot of chemists who were studying at the Kazan. Here was persons studying like Zinin, Zaitsev, Arbuzov, Markovnikov, Butlerov. I think such surnames even famous among you when you were studying chemistry at the school or maybe university. So I think here is very strong chemistry school. Kazan Kremlin secures by UNESCO even. It was founded only in the 16th century in the modern looking view like this made from the rocks. It was founded on the small hill located northly with estuary of Kazanka in Volga River. The main attractions inside the fortress are Spasskaya Tower, and now it's on rebuilding. Sooner it will be observation desk on this. Another one is Cathedral of the Annunciation, Russian Orthodox Church, and Syumbike Tower, honored to Princess Syumbike. It's interesting fact about this, that is own Pisanic Tower in Kazan, because of its year by year gonna be tilting on the centimeters. And the most interesting side is Kul Sharif. And take a view what Kul Sharif and Syumbike Tower are higher than Cathedral, Russian Orthodox Church Cathedral. It's going to show the main religious of Kazan and Tatarstan. Generally, there is absolutely ancient stuff located in Kazan Kremlin, and just we have visited the Kul Sharif. I think it's even the most known destination of Kazan among Russians and moreover among the foreign tourists. And what is the time of construction of this mosque? So I think it's surprisingly for you, but this mosque was constructed only in 2005 year, and it was honored to the millennium anniversary of Kazan again. In Kremlin also exists an observation desk, and from this side you can see Kazan on the opposite shore of the Kazanka river. And Kazan translated from Tatar language like a bowl. That's very interesting that the naming of city of Kazan originated from the bowl. It's even a legend about this. When founders were built this city, they said, where bowl will be boiled, there will be a city of Kazan. Additionally, I want to say that Kazan Kremlin is not my favorite Kremlin in Russia. My favorite Kremlin is Nizhny Novgorod Kremlin. There is one feature that differs Nizhny Novgorod Kremlin from this is absolutely outstanding and awesome landscape when you stay on the observation desk of Nizhny Novgorod Kremlin. Just you staying there and enjoying the sunset. I think it's absolutely fascinating one feeling. But Kazan Kremlin is not bad also.
У нас с тобой есть фьючер, но оно такое нечеткое.
Behind the Kazan Kremlin is like another interesting place for attraction is the embankment of Kazanka river. And here is also might be found another interesting building, the Palace of Farmers. In this building located the Department of Agricultural Economy of Tatarstan Republic. So I know it's very difficult to pronounce it, but I done it. And on the embankment located the richest houses of Kazan. Here living the richest person, mostly governors, maybe some of entrepreneurs, sportsmen, and more in our persons who live in here. So generally this place looking beautiful too. The thing what I really like in Kazan, here is a lot of modern spaces. Alongside the Kazanka embankments might be found in other interesting places, for example a National Library. This is not only a library, but this place used for co-working places. And one most interesting place is Park Uram. Uram translated from Tatar language like Ulitsa. So I think it's absolutely astonishing one place. Let's try it. Eventually, I want to say that Kazan is really one interesting city of Russia. Co-living of two different nations, Russians and Tatars, make this city brighter and more colorful. And from my perspective, this is the best city of Russia. Subscribe my channel and see you next time.